we move to our next chart, which would be area charts, basic layered or stacked chart. So this is basic area chart is based on the line chart with an area between the axis and line filled in. So what it tries to tell you is this is one line chart based on one particular value. This is another chart based on another particular value, and the area below it is colored. So this will clearly tell you what is overlapping and what is not overlapping. So these areas are non-overlapping. That means this behind blue line somewhere was lacking behind and this was leading. Similarly, in this area can be further focused for the blue values as to how to increase it, what were the conditions in Feb to March period. The properties which you need to set is the axis, the legend, the values, and the tooltip. What are the usages of this? Usage is to see and compare the volume trend across the time series. So as you see, the time series is anyway present over here. And for individual series representing visible countable set. So we'll take an example of the second line and individual series of physically countable set. Now, let's have a look. So this was one of the chart we just explored and with all the properties of the first row of the stack charts, right? Now the area chart is just below it. So if I convert it into an area, it basically has same count. So this count together means one thing. So count in itself is one dimension. So all those counts get added together and it shows a downward trend since this order is in descending order of the sales. This is not an ideal scenario where you would like to have this data. What we do is we'll change this chart. We'll convert this first of all into a stack chart. This is like this by selecting. So a good learning over here is you can migrate or choose between different chart forms. So this is one piece of it. Now let's have a look at probably product name. So this is the product name. So you have all the product name. I want to check the reorder level and I would have to check the unit price. So this would give us the trend. This is giving us the trend of where are the gaps coming. Let's take a little complex scenario about units in stock and reorder values. So the first one is the reorder value and unit in stocks. So this is in blue, reorder level is 25, whereas you are here. This will always help us in this scenario, this particular scenario, what we are looking at for a given product. Have we hit the reorder levels or are we always ahead of the reorder levels? This will help the management to take a call as in, is your reorder level high or low for every product based on the other environmental factors. So you'd see reorder level is always lower. That's a trend. Point number one. That's the point when the company will reorder the items before the remaining 25 gets sold out based on their lead time. So this is more like a time to place the order before you get the order, and that is how you place it. So now taking it back towards the management decision, this also shows that reorder level of 25 and a reorder level of 30 means the items of these items, which are Boston, Nanka, Queso, and these many, take a long time to reach the office than the rest of the others. If we try, if we try to reduce the time from the order to the arrival of the order, then the reorder levels can be adjusted based on the demand per week per day. So this is kind of a demand and supply what it shows. A very important graph which will tell you when your reorder level was high or low. This is a very good idea. This is what it takes. See, reorder this particular product needs some consideration or decision or an action because reorder level is 5 and you've reached the stock at 4. So this is a critical value which you need to follow up and get those orders before the 4 remaining units get sold out. Such decisions you can arrive with the help of such charts, namely area charts. You can do a little complex mechanism if we can. Let's see. Let's have a look at it. If we have something known as plot area, that's okay. Title is okay. We've seen title, we've seen background, we've seen this. And if we go into interactions, we've already seen in the previous chapters shapes, stroke width, joint type, line, step, show off marker, customize series, right? Title, border, tooltip. Do you want to see? Data colors, we've seen it. Legends is okay. No, we don't have that option. So this is the value what we see in area chart. So these area charts can be visualized in different forms as a uncolored chart. It can be a colored chart. It can be more than one values. It can be a bar chart. This is more like a stacked chart. If you look at it, what does it show? Line and stacked column chart. So the line is missing. Why? Because I have not entered the column. So if I put a unit over here, probably unit price, it's not picking up. If I say product ID, it's not picking up. If I say units on order, it's not picking up. What would it pick up? Units will not be picked up. Something else based on these products. If there is, for example, city, no, it can't show city because it's not showing the trend. You can probably move those stocks over here or here. This kind of content can be placed in a particular value. Line value is missing. Let's make one as a line and one as a column. So this is another representation of the same area chart, wherein the areas are converted into bar and line rather than all the values being area chart. So a combination of line and bar chart or an area chart or one over the other if you want. So the difference between this area chart and stacked area chart is the stack would always start from where the reorder level ends. There is no overlap. So things are getting stacked up based on the values available. Whereas area chart has an overlap. So this is something which we have to understand while working with stacked. Stacked means one over the other. And area is overlapping. Do you want both as lines? You have more like a bar chart and you have ribbon chart. So this we'll have a look in some while. Overall, this is what you get to see in the area charts. Based on your understanding of the best representation of the chart, you can go ahead and experiment with it.